Good afternoon, and of course, many thanks for joining us this wonderful afternoon. This is the second day of May. Time flies pretty fast. Well, this particular week, we have really witnessed a lot. It's a record-breaking week from our very own, that is Sebastian Sawe, in the London Marathon, shattering the glass ceiling and proving that indeed no man is limited. And of course, this is pretty obvious given the fact that he's the first human to run under 2 hours in marathon, something that for many years has been considered to be a very, very, very difficult feat and a milestone to achieve. But for Sebastian Sawe, the sky can only be the limit, and that is very extraordinary race. What we saw, and of course, given the fact that he hasn't really, run in many marathons, I believe this is his his third marathon to actually run, and of course, under that one, I can achieve this extraordinary feat that many marathoners have really tried, but to one reason or the other, they have not been able to achieve such a milestone. Well, we remember in 2019, Eliud Kipchoge tried it, and of course he ran under 2 hours, but yake ilikuwa an improved version, and of course it was not recorded anywhere, given the fact that kulikuwa na so many complications that led to that extraordinary achievement. But for Sebastian Sawe, this is the first under normal marathon, and of course the first human to break that milestone, running under 1 hour 59 minutes and of course 30 seconds. That is quite an extraordinary feat and achievement, conquering the summit that was once considered impossible. And of course the world was watching and waiting in breath and breath as this great marathoner actually shattering that glass ceiling and proving that if you work hard and of course you keep on pushing, because consistency is the key, at the end of the day you will achieve what many might think to be impossible. And today we celebrate the son of the soil, one of the most decorated athletes of our modern day, and of course we just hope and wish that this will usher in a new hope, a new belief to many upcoming marathoners who will be actually throwing their hat in the ring to see if they can surpass the record that has been set by Sebastian Sawe, and they can dream even beyond Sebastian Sawe's dream of running under 2 hours. Maybe theirs, they can run under maybe 2 hours, but at least lower that the current record that he set, that is 1 hour 59 minutes and 30 seconds. And of course now that is the current record that stands, and of course with it came a lot of goodies. President William Ruto, of course, here in Kenya, gifted Sebastian Sawe 8 million in the process, and of course a vehicle of his own choice and a customized number plate. Besides that, the organizers of London Marathon, of course, kulikuwa na a lot of goodies that came with it, and of course even breaking the world record itself. Kulikuwa na a lot of packages and goodies, and this is a testament that hard work and of course talent pays. So this is a quite interesting week for Kenyans and of course the world. Some of us bado tuna come to terms with the fact that it's actually achievable. You remember the first Kenya to actually come too close of breaking that particular record was Kelvin Kiptum, when he ran, and he ran actually 2 hours and of course 35 seconds, very close to breaking the record. But unfortunately that was the end of him. Maybe this time around the discussion ingekuwa a little bit different had he still be alive. But of course Sebastian Sawe proved that what Eliud Kipchoge once said, that no human is limited. Kulikuwa na a lot of debate about running under 2 hours. A lot of pundits journalists, sports journalists, kila mtu alikuwa anapatia his input about because this is something that has not been achieved since the inception of these very competitive marathon races, or since tuzaliwe and in humankind, just like venaambiwa, it was impossible. Nobody in their wildest imagination would have ever thought that it is quite possible. But given the right circumstances and of course persistence, training, belief, and of course pia prayer will work, itakuwa made possible. Ukienda pale kwa account ya World Athletics, their X account, they tweeted something quite amazing, because pia wao still bado wako shocked with achieving such a milestone. And of course haikuwa only Sebastian Sawe. 2 people ran under 2 hours. 3 people broke the world record. So it was a record breaking week, quite an extraordinary race, and of course London marathon. As long as we live to remember this time. So that is all to do with Sebastian Sawe. Don't forget, still in World of Athletics today and of course tomorrow, it's World Athletics Relay. Kenya send a contingent of 30 athletes to represent the country in 5 different races, from 100 to 400 meters, 4 to 400 meters races in this World Athletics Relay. And Kenya will be hoping to surpass its previous record that they set. Of course, in the last edition, that is in 2025, Kenya won bronze in the 4x400 meters relay. Kenya won bronze, and of course they qualified to the World Athletics Championship. And this time round, remember, this will be used to search qualification places for the 2027 World Athletics Championship in Beijing and World Athletics Ultimate Championship in Budapest. And Kenya will be hoping to at least secure spots to represent the country in this very competitive and competitive races in the upcoming tournament for quite a while, for quite a long time. This is not our race. Basically, we are known for short, for medium and long races like marathon, and of course the 10,000 meters races, 5,000 meters races, 300 meters steeplechase. But when it comes to short races, there is a preserve of other nations. But this time around, Team Kenya, motivated by the 2025 performance, they'll be hoping that at least this time around they finish on the podium and improve their previous record, because last season, or rather last year, while managed to clinch bronze in the 4x400 meters relays, but this time around at least wanataka surpass that previous expectation. And maybe kama last time walitoka na 1 medal, maybe this time round waongeza another one, or even watoke na 3 medals in that process. And we must send in a very strong team led by the African fastest man Ferdinand Omanyala, alongside the return of Mark Otieno. And of course this will be quite very interesting and amazing to see how the event will unfold. Remember, this particular championship will be taking place in Gaborone, that is in Botswana, and it begins the ticket hunt for these very prestigious and competitive slots begins today, and the curtain will definitely be falling on this World Athletic Relays. That is on 3rd of May 2026. That will be tomorrow, and we hope that by the end of tomorrow at least tutakuwa clinch some spots to represent the country in the upcoming championship. And of course this particular week we have quite interesting fixtures here in the Kenya Premier League, and of course in the Mozart Bet Cup. Kwa Mozart Bet Cup we have the quarterfinals, which will be played today. We have 2 matches on the card, then another 2 2 tomorrow in the in Mozart Bet Up Cup. This is the quarterfinals of it, and of course both teams will be eyeing to clinch a spot in the semi-finals. And in the Kenya Premier League action, well, Gor Mahia will be hoping to extend their stay of their lead at the summit of the SportPesa Premier League when they take on Kakamega Homeboys. That is tomorrow, just in March week 30th. So this tells you that the season is actually coming to a close in just a matter of time. And of course the race for top spot is quite intensive, with Gor leading with at least with a gap of 6 points between them and the second place, that is FC Leopards, and then they are followed by Kenya Police and of course Kakamega Homeboys in 4th place. And of course with that we expect now from today moving forward, the race to actually clinch the Kenya Premier League title will be very competitive and stiff in that nature, because two teams are eyeing that prestigious trophy. And of course the winner of this the 2025-2026 Kenya Premier League season will not only win the title, but will be earning the ticket to represent the country in the CAF Champions League. This is the modern version of UEFA Champions League, but in this case this is the for Africa Continental Football, which is the CAF Champions League. And of course in the Mozart Bet Cup, the winner will be representing the country in the CAF Confederation Cup. Now there is the an equivalent to Europa League, so you can imagine how competitive this competition is going to be, and each team will be staking their dominance. Remember, we have the defending champions Nairobi United still very much alive in this competition as far as Mozart Bet Cup is concerned. And of course tomorrow they'll be down to action to try and defend their title. They are the defending champions, and of course the 2024 champions, that is Kenya Police, today will be down to action against Shabana FC in the battle of the Titans. And of course it is very interesting to see how event will be panning out in this in this Mozart Bet Cup, the 2025-2026 edition. And in the English Premier League we have a jam-packed weekend. In the highlight of the week is a clash between Manchester United and Liverpool. Itakuwa noma sana. Remember, both teams are eyeing a place in the UEFA Champions League. Manchester United currently are 3rd in the English Premier League, and of course they want to cement their status as one of the best teams this particular season. Well, the discussion about who will win the league is quite interesting, and at this point is far too beyond the reach of Manchester United and Liverpool. But of course the discussion can now be narrowed down to Arsenal and Manchester City, two teams tied on point but separated by goal difference. But Arsenal right now they lead the log. Of course they have played more matches than Manchester City, and of course it's quite interesting to see how the event will be folding today, because Arsenal will be down to action at 7:30 against Fulham. This is a London derby, and who knows, derbies are quite interesting and very shocking in nature. And Arsenal, of all the teams, this is a team under pressure. And just like I usually say, Arsenal, they have not mastered the art of playing under pressure. Arsenal have the Arsenals, but to kill the game, they lack the killer instinct, and that is what has really costed Arsenal previous seasons, 3 seasons down the line. In fact, since Mikel Arteta took the mantle of spearheading Arsenal, well, they have really come very close to lifting the title, yet too far. So this particular season was theirs to lose. And as things stand, who knows? Maybe by the end of this season, Arsenal watakuwa wanalilia choo. And it's pretty much obvious. It can happen, by the way. It's not a joke. Inawezekana. Because I sense like, in as much as we can push this to the wire, hypothetically speaking, let's say Arsenal washinde all of their remaining games and Manchester City washinde all of their remaining games. Well, do you know what will separate Arsenal and Manchester City? A goal difference. That is, if you are being honest and fair to both teams. But as we all know, I'm convinced that Arsenal does not have what it takes to actually, work under pressure and push it to the wire. I see them fumbling today, and you'll prove me wrong. Anyway, so that is what to expect this particular, weekend in our other sports show. This is just a snip end of what to expect. Indeed, we have much and more lined up for you. But first thing first, let's take a look at some of the stories that will be forming the basis of our show today. All right, now we begin with the latest. Now, this is in regard to the World Athletics Relay that is ongoing in Gaborone. Now, Kenya will be eyeing a crucial qualification spot for major upcoming championship on the line at the World Athletics Relays 2026 in Gaborone in Botswana. Kenya will field 5 relays team. The mixed 4x100 meters, 4x400 meters relay, the men's and women's 4x400 meters squad, and the men's 4x100 meters team. Africa's fastest man, Ferdinand Omanyala, and seasoned sprinter Millicent Doro will anchor the squad's sprint ambition, forming the backbone of Kenya's speed arsenal. All right, remember this particular World Athletics Relays is currently underway in Gaborone, that is in Botswana. And of course, Kenya will be facing a very fierce competition from the likes of United States of America. We have Canada, Australia, Italy, Botswana, the host nation. And of course, sisi kwa hizi mbio, sisi wale wabaya. Lakini, tuna hope tunazaenda pale to challenge the masters of the game and to prove a point. Last season, that is in 2025, Kenya at least will manage to win a bronze. That is a podium finish, and it was a strong statement, and that ignited a belief that indeed, in as much as sisi ni wale tunajulikana for long distance races, hata short races, we can dare to dream. And that is the message that Team Kenya has actually carried, even as they take part in this World Athletics Relays Championship in Gaborone. Maybe 2-place podium finish, not bad. Wakikuja at least with 2 medals or even 3, that is an improvement, because a good student wanna improve. Haurudi nyuma. Kama last time ulikuwa number 2, this time unaweza kuwa number 1. Kama ulikuwa number 3, si unaweza kuwa number 2. Kama ulikuwa number last, si unaweza kuwa second last. That is improvement. So, hiyo ndo Team Kenya imeenda huko kufanya, and of course we wish our team all the best. We know they have all the arsenals. The arsenals, but not CEO Arsenal, Leo Arsenal. The arsenals to pull this thing and prove a point, and at the end of the day, carry Kenyan flag in the World Athletics Relays that will be held in Beijing in 2027, and the Ultimate Athletics Championship that will be held later on in Budapest. We know we have the ability, the capacity, to carry that flag and of course to at least represent the country and challenge the masters of the game. All right, still matters athletics. The Kenya Tourism Board has awarded marathon star Sebastian Sawe a fully sponsored 4-night luxury retreat following his historic run at the London Marathon 2025. Sawe made history, or 2026, sorry. Sawe made history by becoming the first man to run a marathon under 2 hours, clocking 1 hour 59 seconds, no, 59 minutes and 30 seconds, sorry, to clinch that historic achievement. Now, the retreat will allow him to rest and experience Kenya's top destinations. CEO June Chepkemei praised his achievement, noting that it elevates Kenya's global image. The board continues to tap athletes as tourism ambassadors to market the country worldwide. One of the greatest lessons at least when we were growing up back then, tukiwa wadogo, sasa hii bado mnaweza tuone ni wadogo lakini tukiwa wadogo sana. My grandpa used to tell us that in this life, at least don't die an ordinary man. And in this world, you can only be remembered for two things. Either if you attain the highest of life, that is, if you have a prestigious status, like let's say our president, Sebastian Sawe, or if you become a notorious somebody in the society. But being an ordinary man, hakuna mtu atakukumbuka. So in a world where you can choose to be anything, don't choose to be ordinary. You can either choose to be Sebastian Sawe or the notorious goon in your community. Either way, you'll be remembered. First, for being a good person. Second, for being a bad person. Either way, haujakufa ordinary death. And the world will remember you for that. But in this world, and this modern age, and the lessons, and of course the moral values that we have been taught for Christians and of course the Muslims, the best you can do in a world where you can be anything, at least be kind and be a champion, be a conqueror, and of course set the records, challenge yourself and hit the glass ceiling. And that is the clerical call, and that is the free advice I can give you guys. Be anything, but the most important thing, be an extraordinary person. And kuna so many ways of doing that. Anyway, so from that is but still matters, athletics and of course athletes welfare. President William Ruto has announced major reforms in sports sector in the country, including increased awards and allowances for athletes, as well as the establishment of National Sports Authority through Sports Bill 2026. Speaking at State House, Nairobi, while receiving athlete or hero Sebastian Sawe, who broke the world record at London Marathon, Ruto said that the measures are aimed at raising standards of sports in the country and empowering young people to develop their talents.
Champion Sebastian Sawe. Speaking during the official reception ceremony for London Marathon champion Sebastian Sawe, President William Ruto said the government is pushing forward the Sports Bill 2026, which will establish a National Sports Authority to ensure high standards across all sports disciplines in the country.
As government, we are strengthening sports across the country, as has been said ably by the Minister. To sustain this momentum, we are also scaling up investment in talent development and building world-class sporting infrastructure. sports. To strengthen governance, we are advancing the Sports Bill 2026, which proposed the establishment of a national sports regulatory authority to ensure the highest of standards across all sporting sectors.
Ruto also announced reforms to the athletes' reward system, stating that gold medal winners will now receive 3 million Kenyan shillings, silver medalist 2 million Kenyan shillings, and bronze medalist 1 million Kenyan shillings.
We have also enhanced the reward framework for our athletes. Gold medal winners in athletics now receive 3 million shillings, silver medalist 2 million shillings, and bronze medalist 1 million shillings. For the Commonwealth Games, gold medal winners will from now going forward receive Kenya shillings 2.5 million, silver medalists 1.5 million, and bronze medalists 1 million shillings.
Additionally, the president said daily allowances for athletes representing the country abroad have been increased from $60 to $200, while officials' allowances have been raised from $80 to $300.
Daily allowances for sports and athletes who have increased from $60 to $200. And for officials from $80 to $300 when representing the country abroad. These measures are designed to support sports development and ensure that our young men and women have every opportunity to nurture and advance their talents. By investing in sports and creative economy, we are creating pathways for our young people to turn talent into sustainable livelihoods and meaningful careers.
This move is now seen as a new boost for the sports sector in the country, with the government pledging to continue investing in talent and rewarding athletes who continue to raise Kenya's flag internationally.
For over a decade, our nation has held the world record, from Patrick Macau, who took it from Haile Gabriel Selassie in 2011, to the late Kelvin Kiptum, affirming beyond doubt that Kenya remains the true home of distance running excellence.
Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Right, PSCC, we are happy. We are happy that at least one of our own set the pace. Kelvin Kiptum broke the record, set the standard. Then Sebastian Sawe break the record, raise the bar even higher. And I was looking for that tweet from World Athletics, and this is what they said during that day. Remember this day, kila mtu alikuwa so amazed. Some they lacked the word to describe the experience, and of course even what to write. And for World Athletics, well, wow, walikuwa tu wanaomba to like give them days, a few days to recover from this. 2 men under 2 hours, 3 men breaking the world record. We have officially entered the new era of marathon running. And of course, now from now on, expectations will be now higher, because in the previous attempts, kila mtu alikuwa anataka kubreak the 2-hour barriers. Now the 2-hour barriers ishabrekiwa, so what next? Ni expectations after expectations. And of course, kulikuwa 2 athletes running under 2 hours. And of course, sasa saizi the bar iko a little bit too higher. And of course, for every athlete, the main aim itakuwa like now to break this extraordinary record set by Sebastian Sawe. And of course, from us, we wish him all the best, even as he endeavor to bring more glory to Kenya. And who knows, maybe another break his own world record. That's the beauty of athletics, right? Especially marathon. And of course, that is where we take our pride. Tulikuwa na the likes of Eliud Kipchoge, well, anaenda kuretire, but in Sebastian Sawe, we believe, we can trust that the future is all secured, and tunaweza transition smoothly without pressure, knowing that we are the best, and we still set the tempo, the pace, and the rest wanasoma tu logo, maybe logo ya sponsor na the country. Anyway, now let's move to matters, motorsport. Now, a total of 28 cars are set to take the start, featuring a dynamic mix of classic machines and endurance builds, including Ford Escorts, Trumps, Datsuns, Nissan, Z models, and 2 rally raid entries organized by Equatorial Classic Rallying with sport from Taita Taveta County and key land partners. The rally that kicked off today, or rather yesterday, traversed multiple conservancies and ranches following today's, or rather yesterday's, ceremonial flag of art Mwatonge grounds. Drivers tackles Block 11 to Block 8 camp, then Kitanga Langa Nandi Pasa, and conclude at the clubhouse.
USN Premium Sports Nutrition.
Try and win again this year, but obviously that's we've just got to drive sensibly.
This year, because it's the second edition, this is the only rally where we get to do night stages, so we are prepared for it. Got better lights and looking forward to driving at night. It's not many places in Kenya we get to rally at night, and this is one of them, and that's what makes this rally very unique.
I've still got so much learning, but I'm not going in without knowing what I'm doing. So the lessons from last time were, keeping on top of the notes, making sure you know what's coming on, seeing where you're going according to the instructions, and then hopefully apply the same again and we can move up in the seeding.
I think you find with classics it's very passion based, so very well organized. A lot of people are invested in the classics.
Just hope we get round and do not crash.
Now, sports continue to reshape the issue of marine pollution in coastal town of Malindi following the official launch of a 21-kilometer half marathon scheduled for November 28th this year. The race will pass through Mambrui River, Sabaki, the Vasco da Gama Pillar, Marine Park, and Gaswarina, with the main goal of sensitizing the public on the impact of plastic waste and pollution following through River Sabaki into the Indian Ocean. Shareholders say that the initiative will amplify efforts to protect marine life and preserve Malindi's status as key tourism hub on the coast.
This marathon will be the first ever Western estuary marathon in the world. Quite challenging. We'll have about 5 stages, and because we're interrupting how things are done, it's something innovative. Today we held a meeting with the different stakeholders, from the bankers, the financiers. We had meetings with hotel keepers, tourism associations, environmental bodies, county government, security. We also had meetings with other people from the larger community to begin the journey together.
All right, now moving on, nurturing young football talent rather, is crucial for developing technical, tactical, and mental skills, fostering key life lessons like resilience, teamwork, and discipline in sports. In Mutonya in Kiambu County, structured football academies are stepping up to cultivate young talent, providing structured expert coaching, high-level competition, and holistic development through tournaments like the Rising Stars Football Tournament, with the aim of providing positive mentorship, build confidence, promote physical health, and open professional career opportunities. It bridges diverse backgrounds, building community and shaping well-rounded, responsible individuals in the society.
Yeah, our focus with this particular tournament is to ensure that while kids train back from their academies or whatever teams they have from where they're coming from, because we have several teams here, while we try to bridge the gap between having exposure and development back from home, they also get to engage in competitive football, thus enhancing growth and development of talent while we expose them to the outside world. When we first held it in its inaugural edition, we attracted teams from around our locality, that is around Ruiru. It was a good experience, and we thought, why not extend the limits to reach more kids out there and other teams. Our main intention here is to draw opportunities for these children, because like today, you can't really tell who's watching here. And we are hoping that through these platforms, these kids, right from the ones below the age of 7 all the way up to 15, 14, 15 there, are able to be seen elsewhere beyond just this place here. And hopefully they get an opportunity to play professional football in experiences that are competitive than just training back at home.
Our players, they'll play from 4, watacheza under 7, under 9, watafika under 17 wakose mahali pa kuingia. And that's why we are trying to create this umbrella yenye wanaweza ingia hapo senior team. Wakiingia senior team wanaweza cheza county league. From the county league they go wakigrow. Huwezi jua pale county league ni nani ana watch. Labda kuna mtu mwenye anamuona aingizwe team ya maybe ya ligi yenye inacheza KPL ama Div 1 ama Div 2, you never know. So that is what we are doing.
All right, now switching gears to matters football. Now 2 matches are on the card today in the quarterfinals of the prestigious Mozart Bet Cup. 2024 champions, that is Police FC, are on a mission to reclaim their title as they come face to face with Shabana FC at Gusii Stadium. In the other quarterfinals, FKF Division 1 side Mfalme FC takes their title hunt to Bandari at the KPA Sports Club in Mombasa, with eyes set on securing the semi-final slot. On Sunday, Ulinzi Stars will lock horns with Tusker FC at Ulinzi Sports Complex, while Nairobi United will be out to defend their title against KCB as both sides eye a place in the semi-finals. And now switching gears to matters European football. Now, league leaders Arsenal will be hoping to stretch the gap at the summit of the English Premier League when they take on Fulham at the Emirates Stadium at 7:30 p.m. East African time, as Newcastle United seek to bounce back following their defeat last weekend at the hands of Arsenal. On Sunday, Michael Carrick-led charge Manchester United will face off Liverpool at Old Trafford in the Battle of the Titans, among other fixtures lined up for this weekend. Bana. Anyway, sasa Manchester United Liverpool. This is the match of the highlight of this particular weekend. 2 teams, if you ask me, not decorated, just ordinary or average team, trying to fight for something so that they can at least take part in the next season's UEFA Champions League. Well, Manchester United walikuwa na very shaky season, ups and down. Well, wakafukuza coach. This time wako na interim coach. One thing about Manchester United interim coaches, wako na a way of, tightening the nut to make sure like they secure the job. But once they secure that job, trouble inaanza hapo. Nani anakumbuka Ole Gunnar? Alikuja in moment of crisis. Akafanya nini? Akasaidia timu ikainuka. Akapewa kazi. After kupewa kazi, mtindo ni ule. Kichapo. Michael Carrick, and remember hao wote ni legends. Hata Ole Gunnar alikuwa a former Manchester United player, a legend. Michael Carrick, yes, tangu take the mantle of spearheading Manchester United. Show some improvement, not bad improvement, but we can only judge him akipewa full season. So tomorrow present another heavy test between Manchester United and Liverpool. So this is history in making. So this time, whenever these two teams meet, it's not about nani ya conform ama nani ya conform. It's about the culture, the rivalry, the dominance, and of course, ni nani at that particular time to make the fewer mistake. And whenever these two teams meet, I remember the kila team in a play for pride and of course the honor. And this time round, both teams are on even playing field, and one of them must fall. So who may fall ni nani? Is it Liverpool or Manchester United? Haijalishi uko wapi, uko home ama uko away. At the end of the day, wewe kama you are designed to fall, you just fall. It doesn't matter where you are. And for me, I'm not convinced that Manchester United wako na the muscle, the power to challenge Liverpool. In as much as Liverpool wamekuwa na pretty bad season, but I don't think kama this is a sure bet for Manchester United. Liverpool can surprise Manchester United. They've done it before. We have seen it, and it will not be the first time. And watch this space. And tomorrow, utakuja uniambie maybe baadaye. And by the way, this is any extra tips for you guys ya ku earn money. Sometimes usinipuuze sana, because kuna watu nalisha huku na wapatianga sure tips. I told them about Arsenal, hawakunisikiza. Si wale wenye walinisikiza walienda home wakismile. So pia kesho nisikize sana. Put your money where your mouth is, and I can tell you for sure Manchester United hawezi piga Liverpool. You can take it to the bank. Wacha tuchukue your break. When I come back, we'll be taking a look at sports review from matters rugby, football, and everything in between. And I have a very amazing guest who will be joining me later on, just to bring you up to speed with what has transpired this particular week, and of course what to expect moving on to the next week. Remember, tuko na Champions League, among the teams in England, which I still believe England is very overrated league in the world. If you want to argue, we argue too, lakini we can see. Look at the way PSG, by the way, muli watch UEFA Champions League semi-final between Bayern Munich and PSG. Hiyo ndo finali sasa. Hii ingine tu ni party tu, but the real final ni between Bayern Munich and of course PSG. Very beautiful football. Mabao inapigwa kila pande, right, left, kushoto, kulia. Wow, skills kwa ground. Hey man, that game was fire, my friend. Well, after very entertaining football, then tunapatana na Arsenal, Atletico Madrid. Wanted to serve some very low standard football, and I was very pissed bwana. After umesha watch very entertaining football, unakuja bwana hapa mnakuwa entertained with some penalties, na team ina claim inataka ku lift something in the UEFA Champions League. So the winner of the UEFA Champions League this season ako between Bayern Munich and PSG. Where Arsenal ni nani? Who is Arsenal bwana? Hao wengine ni maflower girl. In fact, in this race, farasi ni mbili. No offense to Atletico Madrid and Arsenal, but the rest ni punda. Farasi ni PSG ama Bayern. Hao wengine flower girl. Wana decorate the podium for the main event. So ikifika time ya finali hapo tu ni just handover. Anyway, that is all. It's naked truth, by the way. Finali ni PSG Bayern Munich. Hii semi-final ndo final. Ile ingine ni entertaining the guest before now the awarding ceremony. And of course, between PSG and Bayern Munich, moja wao lazima abebe hii kitu. Na venye naona ni Bayern. Hawa tu ni wazimu. Ile football wanacheza, my friend. Hiyo football kwa wale mliona. Nguro ulicheki. Ball inachezwa huku nje bwana. Sijui ni nini tunasema English Premier League, my friend bwana. Ball inachezwa huku nje. EPL iko very overrated. Now that is a discussion for another day. I know many people watakasirika sana na hii statement. But kama EPL ni wanoma, mbona Real Madrid wako na 15 UEFA Champions League title? Bayern Munich wako na ngapi? Wako na 6. Walikuwa wanatafuta yao ya 7. Okay, PSG ni wajuzi ako tu na 1, yes. Lakini kama hii ndio football wanacheza, maybe in the next 10 years to come tutakuwa tunaongelea titles kama maybe 10 hivi. And of course PSG pia, in as much as wanasema like Champions League hakuna team ishai retain, the only team wenye imewin back to back ni Real Madrid, but PSG pia iko na potential of winning back to back, and we have seen it wakifika their season wakianza like in the group stages. PSG plays a very dirty football, not amazing football. Last season walienda playoffs ndo wakakuja sasa waka win now the Champions League. This time pia uliona they start very shaky, lakini kikuja to the knockout they are the best. Walipiga Chelsea ngapi? 8-2 on aggregate. Wakapiga Liverpool ngapi? 4-0. We imagine that is a team yenye una compete nayo, a team yenye unasema wewe sasa kama Arsenal unasema PSG tuliipiga kwa group stages, simpatane nao sahi. In fact walifanya mistake sana kuweka the fixture chart, unaweka Bayern na PSG kwa semis. Wangeka either Bayern Arsenal, PSG Atletico, ndo finali sasa iko ile mwecheche. Anyway, ni sawa tu. Tutaona venye itakuwa uko mbele. So let's take this very short break. When we come back, of course we have a lot in store for you.
I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland, and I'm the main coordinator of the CAFE project, which is being here hosted by Kenyatta University.
My name is Eva Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
We know life gets busy, but your well-being is of great importance. At KUTV's Focus on Health, we cut through the clutter, bringing you expert advice to keep you well informed for your well-being and that of your family. Every Thursday, 7:30 p.m., join me, Yvonne Kemuma, as we bring you health and wellness right at home.
Sasa wengine wataniona aje? Ndio maana siko nataka tupatanie hapa.
Kerosene. Ati? Kerosene.
Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On EarthCheck, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of Action. Welcome.
Karibu kwenye toleo letu jingine la Boresha Kilimo. Leo hii tunaangazia kilimo cha upanzi wa viungo ambao ni sekta moja inayoendelea kupata umaarufu nchini Kenya. Kutana na Moses Otieno, mkulima anayevuna mafanikio kupitia mimea ya viungo.
Kilimo cha rosemary ama spices in general, kwanza chenye unafaa kuangalia apart from wewe kukuwa na shamba, angalia maji kwanza. Is your source of water reliable? Ni hiyo maji lazima ikuwe unaweza ipata at least 10,000 liters a day. Kutoka rosemary hadi mint, jifunze siri za uzalishaji, teknolojia ya kisasa na masoko yenye faida. Usikose kutazama Boresha Kilimo wiki hii ukiwa nami na hodha wako Akida Kasim.
On this week's episode of Fashion Diaries. Initiating rage process.
Look what the hot body can do. Body be dancing, slow wine, so my body so fine. Dry wash, Panamera inside. 2-1, Panamera inside. Make sense, oh, make sense. Oh my God, I need resistance. Fragrance, and from a distance. Make sense, oh, make sense.
Only on Fashion Diaries.
When you look at the topic that we are breaking down today, perhaps from your end, where do you pick up from when you look at this topic particularly?
Great. Thank you so much for this question. I believe that from the recent reports, the position where Africa is as we stand is a very, very delicate but very interesting position because previously
Ninakukaribisha rasmi kwenye mitindo ya kipwani, kipindi kinachokuza utamaduni wa kipwani, nikikuletea mazungumzo ya moja kwa moja na wataalamu, vyakula vilivyopikwa na kukorombezwa, viungo mwake vya kipwani, ngoma zetu za asilia za Kimijikenda, bila kusahau tarabu na chakata. Yaani wanawake Uswahilini watakuwa wakinengua na kuzungusha viuno kama panga boy za trekta ndani ya mitindo ya kipwani KUTV, ukiletewa moja kwa moja kutoka Salama Bling Beach Resort kila Jumamosi saa 10 jioni na Jumapili saa 4 usiku, ukiwa nami mtamu wako zaidi ya asali. Mimi naitwa Waridi Tamu. Mpenzi mtazamaji, usipitwe na matamu.
Ari na fahari ninayo kukujuza habari, sio mara moja wala mara mbili, bali siku zote. Daima dawamu runinga ya KU inazama na kuzuka, kuanzia mwambao hadi mashinani. Tunachimba mizizi ya habari kukuletea yanayojiri. Na katika ulingo wa kisiasa,
William Samoei Ruto,
tunachambua mbivu na mbichi, tukiweka yote paruanja yanayokuhusu wewe katika jamii. Mtazamaji, una kipaji cha kuvikwa taji? Bila shaka runinga ya KU tutakuvika taji, na wala sio kilemba cha ukoka, tukiangazia kipaji chako. Usikose kuungana nami na odha wako Akida Kasim kila siku ya Jumatatu hadi Ijumaa, tukiweka yote paruanja. Daima ukiwa nami ni Nadra Chombo, kuenda mrama.
Wanasema
Auma kula uhondo kwa taka matendo, na bila shaka matendo yake yakazaa uhondo. Bidii na panda shuka zake zikamfanya awe mwanga wa dunia.
Pauline Care ni mwalimu wa walimu. Nilijua nilikuwa ninataka kufanya kwa mochari.
Nilijitolea kimasomaso, nikasema manake nimeenda shule kama wenzangu wa kiume, nitafanya kazi kadri na uwezo wangu.
Inafika mahali ile game yenye umesema hiyo ndio unaenda kugive up na uachane na boxing, ndio unapata WBC.
Fahamu mwanamke huyu kwa utendeti zaidi ukitazama kipindi cha Mwanamke Mwake Mwake. Kila Jumatano saa 2:30 usiku, ukiwa nami Caroline Kimwele.
Bajuka ni kama unarusha mamikono, tingisha kichwa tuko usivunje kisogo.
Mbona nyinyi na wawasha nkikula nyama choma tu firifiri na
give me your hand and shoulder. I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm a ticking diner. Tell them twerking, pull up the lambas swerving.
Right, thank you so much and welcome. In case you're just joining us, this is On The Sports Show. This is the second segment of On The Sports Show right now. This is where we talk about modern sports, be it athletics, football, volleyball, rugby, and everything in between. And of course, I'm joined by my good friend, Isaac.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been long
time, man. Mpotelea wapi?
Niko tu mashughuli za hapa na pale.
While you are away, FC lipewa kichapo.
Bado ni mapema. 6 points ni kidogo, ni mapema.
Ni mingi.
6 points ni mapema.
Mingi sana.
How sure are you Gor Mahia itamaliza unbeaten hadi season ishe?
We have 4 games to go.
There are 5.
Well, Gor will be playing today.
Yes.
They are 30th.
So watapigwa na Kakamega of course. Na bado Murangasili itawapiga. Hesabu zetu ziko sawa.
Enyo ni ndoto bro. Hiki kombe hii pengine muione tu.
Watatushinda tu na goal difference. Hata wanajua. Watatushinda goal difference, not points.
Anyway, but all in all, good job for FC Leopards. Really, wamejaribu. Hata wakikosa kushinda EPL season, wakikosa kushinda this cup, of which I highly doubt watashinda, but that is an achievement and they deserve their flowers. Wametoka far and push Gor to the maximum, and now this is the competition yenye tulikuwa tunaongelea kitambo when FC Leopard was FC Leopards, and of course Gor was Gor, but Gor is still Gor. FC Leopards kidogo ilikuwa a shadow of its former self, but with the new leadership after the election, and of course the new FC Leopards chairman aka-promise a lot of changes. We hope that maybe now we are seeing the team inaanza ku at least perform ina put up a good fight. Tunaona some improvement in their performance, and we hope maybe this will be now the trajectory and of course the right step towards the right direction going forward. But now talking about the Kenya Premier League and of course the title race, Vinyakuko, what is your assessment of, tuangalia the top 4, of which ukiangalia the gap between the third and the first, it's pretty big. Hapo hata sioni hata kama Kenya Police inaweza recover the defending champions.
KPL this season imekuwa na a very big improvement, but again bado hatujafika hizo levels za kama Tanzania and the likes akina Zambia. I think bado tuko nyuma kiasi, but again considering how the fans have embraced it, we are coming there, because you consider a game kama a derby yenye 1 hour to kick off, it's already full to the capacity. I think it's a very big plus, but again the standard of officiating tutaongelea kila saa. Yes, I think maybe inaweza kuwa kuna match fix ama maybe referee anafanya tu makosa willingly. Yes, but the standard of officiating bado iko chini. But again we have quality, na pale AFCON 2027 nimeona ule South Africa akianza vitu zake mapema, lakini tunataka kikombe.
Na nikuulize wewe, inaweza kuwa ni uchungu tu uko nayo ama juu mbona sisikii mafans wa Gor wakisema like the standard of officiating ni nini likuera?
Walilia before derby, of course ukiangalia kuna vitu kama penalty, very very clear and obvious penalties zinapeanwa. Game ya Gor Bandari, referee anapeana penalty, ana confrontiwa na players kiasi, anaenda kwa fourth official, kwa ule commissioner wa match, ana change the decision how. Na kuna VR. The standard of officiating is very poor in the league. I think it's high time that we start embracing international referees wakuje kurefa games, the high stake games. Kama ni a derby ama kama ni a match between number 2 and 3, a high risk game walete an international referee. I think the Kenyan referees wanaogopa hiyo pressure, wanaogopa kupeana hiyo penalty, labda anaogopa atatoka stadium akiwa vizuri, vitu kama hizo. Yes.
And you know like the fact that if we employ let's say international referees for our local leagues, then we are not building our referees.
No, it's still okay. Tanzania, they have done it. You saw the game again for Yanga and Simba. Ukiangalia huko pia Egypt, they brought a German referee in the game between I think Al Ahly and Zamalek. It's still possible as long as the referee akwe tu very neutral. We don't want a Kenya na referee akwe tu very neutral, hata atumjua tujue ametoka wapi, amekuja tukurefu mpira. Hiyo tu ndio tunataka. Yes.
Na unajua tukifanya hivyo sasa Africa will not be moving, because unajua this is the litmus test.
Tulete
basi, learn from our own.
Tulete basi African referees. Kuna the CAF winning referee wa Somalia. Kwani kumleta ni pesa ngapi?
Na Kenya pia we have CAF
huwa Kenya ende Tanzania refu huko. Hata kwa basta kienda huko ende Tanzania.
Hii lack of trust in the system and ina kill the morale and the momentum of the game. Like tunaweza kuwa tuna make maybe one step and tuna take 2 steps backwards.
But I believe bado ina stem back to the top of the leadership ya FKF. Of course ukiwa na separate body yenye na deal na story ya KPL and the league and the sort, everything will just be okay. Wakikuwa tuna separate body yenye deal na the league na deal na the referees, ni in case referee afanye kitu kama hiyo, an obvious error, akwe to demote to the NSL, kitu kama hiyo, I think itapunguza errors kwa referees. Yes.
And the culture of sisi kama fans, like you know the reason why I have seen some cases where referee like you know the final whistle ataipiga kama ako nje uwanja, and you know like because for fear of safety.
Yes, of course.
So first of all, if we were to change the standard of our football, pia sisi mafans lazima pia to change our attitude and behavior.
Mafans are very peaceful.
Because tuko very
no, fans tuko very peaceful. Like kuna games zenye
no, fans are not peaceful. Yes. In fact mafans wa Kenya ni magoons sana. Especially ukiangalia high stake game, Gor Mahia, FC Leopards, Shabana wherever wanatishia ref sana
wanakuanga hivyo kama referee amefanya clear and obvious error. Ukiangalia game kama Gor and APS Bomet, Gor ilipigwa 4-1, hakuna mtu alishika referee, hakuna mtu alirushia referee chupa.
Yes, high stake game.
Watu walipigwa, ukipigwa tu proper yenye referee unaona hata referee hajalalia ni side, umepigwa tu proper unakubali. Tulipigwa na Police 3-0, hatukusumbua hata referee because tumepigwa clear and proper. Game ya Gor FC a clear penalty, game ya Gor Bandari clear penalty, referee an overturn. How comes? The standard of officiating is very poor.
So we need now to work on officiating the matches.
On the officiating, yes. Because in terms of the league and the numbers zinaendelea kurise pole pole. KPL saizi watu wengi wanaendelea kuijua. We are starting to embrace our local league. Yes.
So wacha tuongelee now the success of it. FC Leopards versus Gor Mahia, capacity at the stadium full to capacity. Course, yes. Well, that was quite amazing. It's the last time tuliona something like that ilikuwa during the CHAN. Yes. But now ukiona that being translated now to the local leagues, and of course the clerical call should be not only kwa traditional games, because FC Leopards and of course Gor Mahia Mashemeji derby iko na rich history, and it can stem back to the very many years, and that maybe the kind of support in tuliona you can be mistaken if you take it for the love for embracing the game, but because maybe it's because of that rich history. But how I wish same energy and same support can be replicated across all the matches.
I think it's very simple. I think for us to have a growth in the league, we need to have more of the community based clubs. Ndio zipande juu. Ukiangalia Shabana, Gor FC, they have fans. Their fans wanna travel all over with the team. Kama itakuwa Mombasa wataenda, kama ni wapi. So that's why I believe for me, for the league to grow well, tukuwe na hiyo community based teams ndio zikuwe nyingi in the KPL, because ukiangalia hizi corporate clubs, most of them hawana fans wao ni kama watu 10, they are very less. The community based teams ndio ziko na fans na ndio zinaleta hizo numbers. That's ukiangalia for example team kama Murang'a Seals, it's a community based team, but ukiangalia venue ya stadium yao penye iko hakuna tegemeo moja ishe kwa broadcasted. It's very rare because the roads are not passable, but kuna stadium yao, so ukiangalia pia there story na facilities pia inaleta shida. Yes.
Facilities, it's another drama. Yes. Because I'm sure not a lot of our clubs, they have what we'll call their own venues. Most of the time tumeona kumekuwa na a lot of debates and controversy surrounding like this team itacheza match yake wapi, and that's another challenge. So if you have a community club, then you need to have a community stadium.
Yes.
And the question is the community stadiums that were built with who?
So wakona of course most of these wanategemea of course the fans through the drive, the nini, of course the patron. So labda wategemea mchango wajenge, but ukiangalia ka Shabana walikuwa promised the 1 billion stadium, hopefully itafanyika. Gor FC over the years, I think for Gor and FC wapate tu a solution between them.
Wanawana stadium
sasa waamue tu wote tu wajenge tu one stadium, alafu itakuwa na serve both. Ndio game zao zikuwa zina clash, hiyo akiwa Sunday mwingine iko Saturday for easy ya nini.
Sasa hiyo akili watatoa wapi?
Ndio pia shida sasa, wanaingiza chuki sana badala tu open their mind and then they do business together. Yes.
Juu unajua Kenya tuko na ideas, lakini I think because I'm very sure even the leadership wa hizi club wata tuseme Gor, FC Leopards, unataka kuniambia kuna mtu amekaa hivi chini akafikiria bana we need stadium. A club like Gor iko accepted across let's say where they are based. Ukienda let's say tuseme the 4 counties of Luo Nyanza, ukienda Migori they have support, ukienda Homa Bay wako na support, ukienda Kisumu wako na support, Nyanza Siaya wako na support, ikikuja hapa Nairobi wako na support. The late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga was their patron. So they have the likes of Eliud Owalo.
Yes.
Eliud Owalo akadonate basi, akawapatia basi of which ilikuwa ni millions of shillings, right?
23 million.
So between basi na stadium, gani muhimu?
Hiyo swali ni ngumu.
Zote ni muhimu, si ndio?
Zote ni muhimu so far.
So once umenunua basi, so unajua the next thing yenye unahitaji ni
uwanja,
ni stadium.
Yes.
Si ndio? A place you can call your home. Like let's say Ulinzi wako na their stadium, Ulinzi Complex.
Yes.
So every time matches zao zitachezewa hapo. Hakuna zile za last minute change of venue, and even ina make it easy even for sports journalist.
Yes.
Wakiandika, there is a time niko sure tuliaijipata kwa shida. We were writing a story and that time tulikuwa tunajua like Gor ilikuwa inacheza. I remember ilikuwa inacheza na FC Leopards and that match was supposed to be played at I think walikuwa at that particular time walieka ilikuwa ni Kenyatta Stadium. Then kulikuwa na change in a very last minute ikaletwa Nyayo Stadium for simple reason. Wanasema like Gor Mahia clash vs FC Leopards,
high risk,
haiwezi chezwa kwingine isipokuwa either Kasarani ama Nyayo. And that unaona that consistency hakuna. So it's about time pia, in as much as sasa tuna talk about now developing our league, our sports, especially football, now it's about time sasa tuanze kuongea about now the stadiums.
Yes.
Maybe clubs wanaweza fanya partnership with the county government. Like let's say Shabana, their stadium ni Gusii Stadium inaoniwa na Kisii County,
yes,
if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
But that is the home ground of Shabana.
Na pia Gucha Stars.
Yes. So this the 4 counties best in Nyanza. Acha tuseme because Gor is a community club, sindio?
Yes.
Its roots iko
Nyanza.
Mbona the 4, let's say the 4 governors, mbona wasikae chini with the leadership of Gor Mahia and of course even the funds, waseme like wacha tujenge steady.
Maybe Gor pia inaangalia in terms of revenue. Tuseme tu kweli ukiamua uweke hiyo game Homa Bay ama huko side za Nyanza alafu weke ticket at 300, lakini watu wangapi watanunua hizo tickets? Hata Nairobi wakiweka ticket at 500 ama 400 bado fans watakuja. Pia wanaangalia, I think the part of the revenue yenye pia wanaweza generate with the fans according to the match day numbers.
So people will not travel from Nairobi to
yes.
No, or si wengi
sana.
So tuseme like wale wenye wanapenda ball wako Nairobi.
Bas sema hivyo, majority wako Nairobi. Ndio maana hata Shabana sometimes game zao za ligi wanaika 100 bob because fans hiyo ni very affordable to the fans huko.
Basi sisi tujenge ma stadium Nairobi basi.
Shida ni shamba sasa. Hakuna shamba. But pia kuna City Stadium imekatwa hapo kutoka sijui lini.
City Stadium. So which team is a claim City Stadium?
Of course Gor ndo wanasemanga wana claim, but hadi saizi City Stadium haijawahi kuwa open to the public, but the traffic iko, I think shida ni side nyingine sasa ya the place ya watu kukana story na drainage.
For me I think sahi hata ukiamua uende Turkana na uset stadium na useme like any stadium ya Gor, the lovers, the ardent supporters of Gor wata find their way kutravel huko. And mi usema like unajua tukitaka tujicompare na the most established leagues in the world. Good example, tuseme English Premier League. Maybe wengi wetu tujapata opportunity ya kutravel England. But mi najua London iko London. Sindio?
Yes.
Tuko na Manchester. Tuko na Liverpool. Hizo ni cities.
Yes.
Lakini Liverpool ikicheza na let's say Chelsea, of which Chelsea iko best London, mafans wa Liverpool wata travel all the way kutoka Liverpool wakuje London, sindio? Sasa mimi point yangu ni hivi in our small capacity we can do it. Mi niko sure bwana saa hii my friend uende ujenge stadium pale tuseme hata kama ni Homa Bay hata Kisumu na useme hiyo ndo home turf ya Gor, mafans wa Gor bro wata travel huko waende watch game.
Yes, itabidi sasa
itabidi it's possible. So tusitumie nini kama excuse ati proximity ati mafans wafuta wako Nairobi.
Na sina ukweli.
No. Nairobi is just a small percentage. In fact, when you naishi Nairobi ni how many people? 4 million. Sindio? Kenya tuko na how many population of how many people?
Around 50
over 50 million people.
Yes.
So nataka kuniambia only 4 people out of 50 million people ndo supporters wa football. Ndio wana venye pia sisi tunajiangusha kama wa Kenya. The thing ni Nairobi iko na better facilities, infrastructure ziko Nairobi, si ndio?
Yes.
Good stadiums ziko Nairobi. That's why mafans wataenda huko because kuna stadium. Hakuna game kubwa ya Gor imechezwa outside Nairobi. That's why unaona anytime ikiwekwa hapa people will come. Hebu chukua game ya Gor peleka Kisumu na useme hiyo sasa ndo their main. Kila game Derby, FC Leopards wanataka itachezewa Kisumu. Nataka kuniambia watu wata travel Kakamega waende paka Kisumu.
Si ni once a season itabidi tu watu wameenda.
Si ndio? So that Evo sasa ndo tunaanza sasa slowly. Tuna devolve football through kujenga good stadiums. Mafans watajitokeza bro.
Yes.
Meget watajitokeza once umejenga good stadium na usikue pia mlafi. Ticket eka price affordable kwa mwananchi. Enda hata na standards. Kenya tuko na classes. Tuko na wale matajiri. Kama wewe unaweza afford ticket fulani ya 500, wewe pewa kategori yako. Kama wewe bro labda umeenda pale MJE ukapata zako 300 na unasema juu mimi napenda hii club na lazima ni watch game. Pewa hata chwani, sema kuna hiyo package ya chwani ya mwananchi. Enda hivyo na hiyo chwani yako, have the experience, support your team. So unaona mafans wanaweza jitokezea, lakini sasa shida ni ulafi. Hata hapa Nairobi kuna mtu anaweza sema we ticket 200 bana na hii economy.
Imagine
ya anko wanasema hapana. Heri unga. Umeget? Lakini ukiloo sema ticket ni chwani. Ni kama venye msee anaweza pelekea muhindi pale Avieta. Sasa sema hii badala nipeleka Avieta si niende tu hapo ni have the experience. So inaweza happen. We can make it happen. Venye tu sisi ndo tunajilimit.
I think it's very possible. Labda sasa according to the leadership iko sa their next target ama project wafikirie tu now we need a stadium pali waamue tu watajenga stadium their home team.
Unaona mimi challenge yangu ni hivi. Mi hata for wale mafans wenye wananisikiza, the biggest stakeholder wa football ni wewe. So ni fan wa FC Leopards. Siku ingine ukisikia kuna election ya top leadership and of I. Unaona ya kile niko nayo, waambie this is manifesto yangu. Nataka tufanye hivi. Juu sisi ni community based club. Sisi kitu muhimu ni stadium. Na ndo tupate stadium, tunaweza amua tuungane hata na club kama Gor. Tujenge stadium yetu. Tukue tukihost hizo matches. Wende hapo na hiyo idea yako hiyo na uvie for that position. Maget, you sell something. Unajua sometimes unaona you can bring something new to the table. In as much as utakuwa na resources na muscle ya kupush for it. But someone, the beauty ni in this Kenya, sisi watu wengi ni wezi sana. Mtu anaweza iba your idea na implement. Si ndio? So umetry kusolve something. Si ndio? Wewe hata kama watakuelect but penye huko utakuwa proud man useme that idea is mine. Ni venye tu sasa oje nini haiko copyrighted. That is the only problem. And you know mtu uwezi copyright idea, si ndio? Mimi unaweza sema mimi naweza iba idea yako because iko allowed. And that is the beauty. Umepeleka pale brain unasema implement but that brain is mine. You see? Good. So don't be afraid bwana. Next time mimi as a young person I want to vie for this position. Sell your agenda. Agenda yangu number 1 construction of stadium. Wakuulize how? Kwa sema like tuko na basi, tuko na mafans, tuko na sponsors.
Hizo branches, yes.
Na hizo tuko hata na ministry, tuko na whatever. What we want to do ni tushikane. Sisi kama tuseme Gor ama sisi FC, to bring our heads together to build our own stadium, then we share. Maget, first step towards the right direction. Akili. Anyway, tutoke hapo sasa. Tukuje sasa kwa competitive league sasa. Mashemeji ndo saa apparently ni kama bado wamesema hii kitu ni ya familia. The Kenya Premier League title in a stretch with the wire. 5 games to go.
Yes.
Gor Mahia leads with 6 points, followed by FC Leopards. Kenya Police in third, but wameadmit the race maybe inaweza kuwa beyond their reach. Wamesema sasa hii wana focus on Mozart Bet Cup because hapo ndo wako na realistic chance of trading their football or representing the country in the continental football affairs. So as the race stands, nani unaona kona realistic chance of winning this title? Na usisahau history ya Gor ikikuja time kama sahi.
Kusema tu kweli kwa FC Leopards fans we have 1% chance, 99% faith. Sasa sisi hesabu zetu ni kutegemea Gor washindwe. Ndio sisi sasa to claim your title, but compare the remaining fixtures on paper, Gor Mahia they have a difficult fixtures more than FC Leopards. FC Leopards the only tough fixture is it's against Kakamega Homeboys, that is away. But Gor Mahia still have to play Kakamega away, Kenya Police and also Nairobi United in the last day. So on paper vitu zinakaa kufavor FC Leopards, but now the problem ya FC Leopards ni hapo mbele kufunga mabao. We waste a lot of chances. Yes, we create a lot, but again we don't finish our chances. Hizo games zote tumepigwa, it was just a matter of man take his chances and anamaliza game. So maybe coming into next season maybe we need to add more experience na especially hapo mbele sana. Yes.
So umekubali FC Leopards ni
sijakubali hadi siku ya mwisho.
FC Leopards is
siku tutaona
the Arsenal of the English Premier League. Sasa nyinyi ndio the Arsenal of Kenya Premier League.
Amwezi to compare na Arsenal. I think in the first 5 fixtures tulikuwa huko chini. Tulikuwa na draw. Tulikuwa huko chini. Tumerise vizuri sana. Angalia it is a young squad, new leadership. Of course the coach amepata his first full season. Ameambiwa sasa shikilie mantle. Again ukiangalia pia tumekuwa rocketed na injuries. Season ikielekea kuisha at a crucial stage. Key players wamekosa games, but ukiangalia Gor Mahia walisign, hao ndo walikuwa wanajita ile Harambee Stars ya CHAN, so walisign kila mtu huko. Hao ndo walikuwa na very good squad, but again ukiangalia Gor Mahia the football that they are playing, it's not enjoyable. My question is wakienda CAF Champions League, because ando wanaweza kuwa representative wetu wakishinda league, is that the football that they want to show Africa that Kenya is producing? That is now the big question, because Gor Mahia there's no football that they are playing. Ni dabi peke yake waliodanganya na hiyo first half, hizo vitu walicheza.
But unasema nini wewe?
As long as you're watching KPL ukiangalia game
chezi football bana na kombele yako.
Tuseme tu kweli, as long as you're watching KPL ukiangalia game zote za Gor, there's no they're just wanategemea tu long balls, I don't know, throw-ins.
So shida ni wachezi good football.
They are not playing good football.
But
because ikifika the CAF Champions League, nimewacha the games zao za qualify wakipigwa hapa na ile team ya South Africa 3-0 Nyayo. I remember that game. There's no football that they are playing.
Na kwa playbook ya Jose Mourinho, what is the most important thing?
Playing good football.
No. Jose Mourinho does not care about playing good football.
We'll see.
The only thing that matters, score.
Acha tuone basi hiyo Gori pema Melody, alafu tuone hiyo long balls venye
kama itakuwa. Dina matter.
We'll see.
At the end of the day unaweza cheza nice football kama Arsenal, but kama unashindwa kuscore, wewe hakuna penye.
Useme kama Chelsea.
Chelsea haichezi good football, my friend. Okay, Chelsea imeshindwa kuscore.
Yes,
but they are not playing nice football. Arsenal ndio inacheza good football, but
lazima tuseme tu kweli. Yes, Gor Mahia wako on top. Saizi their mentality is just all about winning. They don't care when watacheza kama mtawaita long balls jini ni throw-ins FC nini, they don't care as long as they win. Wanataka tu title
ndio muhimu. Hiyo mambo na good football watapanga baadaye.
CAF Champions League wataumia.
Anyway, sasa now let's talk about the English Premier League title race. Table inasema Arsenal ndo wako juu na points 3, lakini City ni wa pili but with a game in hand, si ndio?
Yes, of course.
Sasa kuna time hiyo gap ilikuwa ni 9 points. Ikakuja saa hii iko level on terms.
Inakatika tu polepole na hizo draw Arsenal wanaokota.
So unakumbuka season ya Manchester United na Manchester City, Manchester United.
Ilikuwa 3 games to go na bado watu wakafumble.
3 games to go. Ile yenye the title was decided goal the difference. Last minute.
Yes, I remember.
You remember that time?
Yes.
Do you foresee a similar scenario this time round against Manchester City and Arsenal?
Yes, I think it's still very possible because ukiangalia the way Arsenal saizo wanacheza Saizi wanacheza kama Jose Mourinho. They don't care as long as Arsenal win. They don't care about the possession, the what. Wanza kuwa na hiyo shot on target moja uko na 6 lakini hutawafunga. Saizi Arsenal they just care about winning because I think for Arteta he knows it is a matter of do or die. In case alemewe hii season, I think high chances atakuwa anaonyeshwa mlango because you can't have a project for 6 years na ukose kudeliver anything because in the other cups wametolewa. Sasa the only hope is Champions League and in the Premier League. Premier League
Champions League tutoe X.
Champions League it's very possible.
No.
I believe Arsenal itafika finali na the problem yenye niko nayo na Arsenal in case ifike finali wakifunga mbele hiyo timu watakutana nayo. Kila mtu atakuwa behind the ball. Everybody behind the ball.
Bana,
it's very possible hata unajua kweli.
No,
Emirates watapiga Atletico.
Wacha nikupatie my prediction. Na okay, this one I'm very serious. Siongei kama hater. Kama hater. Real fan. Hata not real fan. Ule mso wa sure bet. Wacha nikushow. Arsenal finali ni uongo. Penye Arsenal ilikuwa na chance ya ku kill the game ni hii first leg.
Why?
Because Atletico Madrid did not play.
Atletico walikuwa na all the chances. They look man two chances.
Play bana. This is not the Atletico Madrid that I know.
Which Atletico do you expect?
English team.
Which Atletico do you expect in the second leg away?
The Atletico that I expect in the second leg ni Atletico yenye ilicheza na Liverpool. Same position in the semis. Do you know what they did? Walipiga Liverpool vibaya sana.
We shall see.
So, this is the semi-finals. Me, I'm not convinced at all with Arsenal's performance.
I'm 100% convinced.
Arsenal's performance.
That is the way Arteta is playing this season. Ukiangalia game zote.
No.
Arsenal waliacha kucheza beautiful football.
Arsenal.
Say they care about winning.
Now listen about the story of Arsenal. My friend. Arsenal, when it comes to critical moments.
Now you think they'll fumble again? 3 seasons in a row they'll fumble again.
This is Arsenal bana. Welcome to Arsenal.
We'll see.
Welcome to Arsenal. Arsenal iko hivi. 3 seasons wame fumble. Same script, same story, same system, same management. The beginning wanaanza very good.
Of course.
With consistent football. Na wanacheza wako na quality players, no doubt.
Yes.
But the moment that matters the most, hapo ndo wana fumble.
It's just about mentality.
The mentality pia iko chini. Hawana pia the ability to finish strong. And that is the weak point of Arsenal. Finishing strong, hiyo ndo their weakest point. And over time, tumeiona. And wametuprove right kila time. This season.
Kwa the league naweza kubali, but kwa Champions League, my friend, hakuna penye Arsenal inaenda. Arsenal itafika finali.
Hata ikifika finali hawaendi mahali. Because finali nishakwambia, finali ni same.
Walipiga hiyo Bayern.
Unaona
group phase walipiga hiyo Bayern. Yes or no? Walipiga hiyo Bayern, si ndio?
Walipiga Bayern wakapiga PSG. Hiyo ni group phase. Unataka kuniambia hii Bayern na hii PSG tunaona saa hii. Hii Bayern na hii PSG. Unataka kuniambia Arsenal inaweza ipiga.
Arsenal ndio imefungwa the least goals in the Champions League, 6 goals peke yake. Hata ukiangalia venye wanacheza tu.
Hiyo ilikuwa ni group stages. In the knockout stages na even quarter finals umeona like Arsenal they are not playing.
Sema tu kweli in a 90 minutes final yenye unajua tu Gabriel wameona tu kikombe ndio wako mbele 1-0. Unadhani utawafunga tu kweli? Hata force nini unadhani utawafunga? Watarudi tu kila mtu behind the ball. Unajua tu Arsenal ikifika tu haram football
so nikupatia sasa basi nikupatia history ndo ujue PSG usidhani like ati defense yao imetoboka.
The defense is very shaky.
It's shaky. Imekuwa tu shaken na Bayern peke yake. Walicheza na Chelsea.
Chelsea is not a team.
Chelsea is not a team.
Yes.
Walicheza na Chelsea.
Chelsea is not a team.
Wakacheza na Liverpool. Niambie like waliscore how many against them?
2-2 only.
2-2. Sindio? You have a team like PSG. Unataka kuniambia PSG inaweza cheza na wewe na ikose kufunga bao?
Labda Man U. Labda wacheze na Man U watakosa kufunga.
PSG itakupiga mabao na itakupiga mabao mingi. Bayern Munich itakupiga mabao na itakupiga mabao mingi. Hizo timu mbili zitakurarua.
Ukiangalia the system of play wanacheza high risk football wote.
Alafu na see that's why they are where they are.
Na ndio kitu Arsenal ita exploit sasa. Hiyo high risk football yenye PSG na Bayern wanacheza wote.
Arsenal wacha nikwambie wamepoteza the juice. Ile compactness yenye walikuwa nayo wamepoteza. The fluidity yenye walikuwa nayo in the midfield Sasa iko in total chaos and shambles.
Ni Odegaard pekee anafanya kitu si click.
Umeget? Iko in a very chaos. Mimi naona tu chaos everywhere for Arsenal. Arsenal iko na very good players, but they are not scoring goals. Football, it's not about defending, because kuna some teams you can't defend against sometimes. So the best way of defense ni attack. And wow, waja master that. Do you know why Arteta ako considered to be one of the greats? Because in his football philosophy, anajua for you to be safe,
you need to defend.
You must hata siku defend. Kwa defend yao ni wow, you know, like Pep Guardiola anacheza very possessive game. Ukiwa na game, ukiwa na ball, obviously your opponent aku attack, si ndio?
Yes.
You want to do the attacking. So the best way of defense
counter attack
ni you attack.
Yes.
And if you can't do that, then wewe uko vulnerable. Because unaweza kuwa tu unacheza very defensive game, but utakuwa dismantle. So mimi na believe the only team yenye inaweza like unaweza kosa kuscore against is a team yenye inaku attack na wako na compact defense.
So nikuulize, uoni scenario ya PSG in case hiyo PSG ifike finali ama Bayern, uoni scenario yenye mlifanyia PSG finali ya Club World Cup, just sit back, wait for the counter, hit them tena?
No, Chelsea.
Uoni Arsenal wakifanya hivyo?
Chelsea cheza defensive game.
Zinasema yote imefa Club World Cup mlicheza hivyo.
No, just cheza defensive. Tulicheza attacking game. Chelsea tena kwambie defensive game ya Chelsea iliisha na nani? Ilisha na Jose Mourinho na Antonio Conte.
Sasa game ya PSG finali
unasema Sarri alikam. Sarri ball ni possess.
Naongelea hiyo finali ya Club World Cup yenye ilishinda 4-0. Hauku defend.
My friend, tulicheza football. Na tulipiga hao jamaa kishua.
Game uli attack ni yenye ulipigwa 7 na PSG, ndio uli attack alafu tukaona the.
No, Chelsea icheze squeeze defensive game. That one I can tell you for sure. Ni attack. Ni sisi tunakuja bro. Hatukuogopi. Utupige ama tukupige. Mambo ni ngapi? Mawili. Wewe tupige ama tukupige. But ku defense hapana. Defensive hiyo tuliachia.
Utajionea finali ya FA. Mtaenda defensive mode the whole 90 minutes.
No, FA sisi na City hatujaicheza defense. In fact, hata huwa tuna possess more than City.
Hujaipiga City kutoka 2021.
Yes. That is history, my friends. Ndio. And you know Chelsea kwa finali. It's another Chelsea. Wewe niambie finali gani Chelsea imeingia ikapigwa?
Tell me Chelsea kwa finali.
No, wewe niambie ni unakumbuka.
FA Cup final Liverpool penalties. Umesahau?
Hizo ni penalties.
Kepa akitupa pena huko juu.
Penalties inaanga mwenyewe.
You still lose in the final.
Finali yenye Chelsea imeingia, my friend, hivi.
Against this City.
Hivi.
Against City yenye nataka.
Tukienda tena statistics. Na City tulikuwa na wao finali tukawatandika.
City yenye nataka domestic treble. Unadhani tuta stop tu race. Domestic treble round tu ndio kitu nataka.
Hata nikwambie kwa finali hata kama Chelsea iko na bad season. And this is
so you believe mtakuwa na
investors point of view. Hii hata usiko na machungu. Investors point of view. Finali. Ukiona Chelsea finali. Wewe jua hiyo si ordinary game.
Tutaona.
Any finali yenye Chelsea imecheza ijapigwa hivyo venye unafikiria.
Tutaona. Si ndio ingine inakuja, we'll see.
And I'm telling you tunaibeba hii.
Mtabeba. Mimi sitanganyi. With the lap Garnacho up front.
No, wacha nikwambie FA. In fact, na itawauma sana.
Haitatuma.
Itawauma.
Mbona itume na City yetu umepiga?
No, itawauma because let's say mtamaliza mbele ya Chelsea.
Of course.
Mmalize number 3, si ndio?
Of course. Hata tu.
Mwende home trophyless.
Haina shida, tutakuwa Champions League.
No, ni sawa, mtakuwa Champions League lakini mko trophyless. So this season mko considered failures.
No, which failures? Tuko Champions League.
You have nothing to show up for.
Tuko Champions League.
Uko Champions League but nothing. This season unajua don't count the success of tomorrow.
Unajua the odds za Chelsea kushinda FA Cup final.
The success of tomorrow. Count what you have now.
So saizi uko na.
Ni kama sasa nikuje nataka kununua ng'ombe. Nimekuja umeniuliza my brother, how much do you have? Mimi nikikwambia like kesho nitakuwa sijui na 10,000, hiyo ni jaba.
Hata mimi venye niko saizi niko ina Champions League spot. Wewe venye uko saizi uko na nini?
I'm telling you my friend. Tunaongelea hii season. At the end of the day, uko like what matters ni what you have won. Sindio? City watasema wako na Carabao.
Domestic treble.
No, sahi kitu yenye uko nayo yenye uko sure ni Carabao. Wakishinda ligi watasema wako na ligi. Chelsea uko sure 50-50 chance wanaweza shinda.
Not 50.
Wanaweza shinda FA ama City shinde. But wakishinda FA na kuambia like this season for Chelsea
It will be a success. Itakuwa success.
It's a success because umeshinda something. 'Cause what matters ni umeshinda nini.
Ni tutaona.
Juu kuna wengine watashinda poa.
Tutaona.
Umeget kama Man U.
Haina shida.
Nyinyi naisha mko happy Champions League tuko na sport. Kwani ni timu ngapi itakuwa imesekiwa Champions League?
Mtakuwa mna watch Tuesday, mtakuwa mna tune in Tuesday na Wednesday kuona Man U.
Haya tuseme sisi tucheze Europa juu pia mimi nataka tu. Sisi kama Chelsea tupewe Europa. Because Europa tukicheza
mtashinda.
Tunabeba.
We'll see.
Roho safi.
Tutaona.
Ile time tulimaliza bad season tukaenda Conference League, ndio? Tukafanya nini? Tukabeba conference, tukabeba World Cup.
Pia depend na coach mtapewa pia.
What is the story na coach? Wewe sikia hii story. Conference World Cup. Tukakuwa season yetu ikakuwa murwa. Tukashinda matimu zingine sijui tumaliza number 2. Nothing. Kuna kikombe, no zero at Champions League. What, my friend? Kikombe ndina mata.
We'll see.
Bila hiyo wewe ni bure.
Basi tutakuwa tu hapa final, after finali tutaona.
Mani nyinyi amyuko anywhere.
Haina shida.
Nyinyi
tuko Champions League.
Nipatie prediction yako ya PSG Bayern Munich, nani anaingia finali?
I risk game. Wote wakiamua wacheze attacking football, ita depend sana na goalkeepers hiyo siku. For me I see Bayern winning, but PSG inaweza fika finali, but natamani sana Bayern ifike juu Bayern najua inaweza deal na Arsenal. But naona PSG wakifika finali ya pili kifuatana. The second time in a row. Yes.
So it's PSG ndani.
Bayern itashinda but PSG ita qualify. PSG itakuwa tu PSG wanahitaji tu walikuwa tu wanafunga tu bao moja na haribu hesabu ya Bayern. Bayern wanahitaji kushinda 2+ goals which is very rare against PSG.
So PSG, let's say Bayern ikishinda 1-0 ni PSG ndiyo inaingia.
Yes.
No, watakuwa tie.
Extra. Sasa kitu najua mimi
najua. So wewe amua moja. Nani?
Bayern itashinda.
Bayern itashinda. Arsenal, Atletico Madrid.
Arsenal of course. Emirates 3-0 scoreline. We will be here. 3-0 scoreline.
Nyinyi wote mnavaa jezi ya red ndio kama hivyo. Unatetea Arsenal sana.
Si kuwatetea, ni kweli tu. Hiyo football wanacheza. Najua Emirates watafungua game. Hiyo nao ni ukweli.
So finali yako wewe ni Bayern Munich Arsenal.
Yes.
Alafu nani anabeba sasa?
Hapo Bayern Munich Arsenal. As long as Arsenal itafunga wa kwanza, Bayern itabeba. You know, ni 100% sure. As long as Arsenal itafunga. Just alone is a defend 80 minutes. Hiyo ni very possible. Hata umeona ni very possible.
Well, prediction yangu semifinals. Winners when you progress to the final. Bayern Munich final. Atletico Madrid final. Winner. Junaweza kukwambia hata winner sahi.
Hebu sema winner Atletico.
Winner Bayern Munich. Their 7th title, UEFA Champions League title. Hii season. Hata useme nini? Inaeni yao. Niliona from far.
But wanacheza high risk football.
High risk football but quality players.
Of course quality
players. Luis Diaz.
Of course wako na very good attack na midfield.
Michael Olise.
Defense pia ndio sio.
Harry Kane.
Defense ndio shida. Defense tu ndio shida.
My friend, yani naangalianga Tottenham, naangalianga Liverpool,
Chelsea.
Si Chelsea. Tulie, mimi niko na point. Nini? Harry Kane, Tottenham. Tottenham iko wapi sahi? Ina fumble.
Yes.
Luis Diaz bwana. Of all the mbona kijana hizo matachi zake?
Anacheza.
Bro. Top quality. Mimi naonanga sometimes wanasema kuna mtu alisema maybe environment do matter. Because kuna mtu anaweza kuwa anakufunikia light yako. Take leap of faith and try your luck. Luis Diaz bana hot asset. Michael Olise. Hapo adina blame Chelsea. Chelsea walikuwa na very realistic chance ya kusign Michael Olise.
Alafu aende wapi?
Ataenda wapi?
Amalize number 6. na saizi ana ndio treble anataka kubeba ama kuziji kwa quadruple juu of course watabeba vikombe zote.
The point ni that boy angekuwa asset Chelsea.
Timu zote zilimtaka hata Man U but Sally aliprefer Bayern.
No. Alikuwa ameprefer Chelsea but Chelsea ka fumble na prize. Ina argue. Bayern ikasema sisi hatuna time. Kijana akaenda. Sasa ni kijana hot asset. Anacheza good football manze.
Bora mtu yote asipate injury weekend ndo next week tukue na very beautiful football.
Hey man. Haya, sawa guys. So last one. Quick one. Ya mwisho kabisa as we close.
Tuendelee tu kusupport Kenyan football na hopefully Kenya Police will not win the FKF Cup because they are not playing any football. We don't want to lose us in the CAF Confederations. Yes.
As for me, betia Liverpool, Manchester United, hiyo ni ndoto, and tomorrow on Sunday will be a good testament of that. So with that, I leave you with that. Many thanks for the men and women behind the scene and for those who made this production a success. My good name is Auma Evans. It has been my single most honor kukuletea hii uchambuzi wa kina kwa wale investors wetu. Manze, hii wiki sitawaangusha, nishawapatia sure bet na muzidi kutusupport. Sisi kama Chelsea, we are the great club, and good night. Have a lovely weekend. Yo kamera imetukataa.